All right, welcome everyone to Core 4 Sports Talk, where we're going to try to provide you with some entertaining and informative information each week. I have a little disclaimer I'd like to say. Please keep in mind that everything that we say on this channel, any predictions that we might make, are solely for entertainment purposes amongst some friends, and it's just our own individual opinions, and it's not meant for gambling with one's hard-earned money, okay?
Let's get ready to rumble!
Welcome back, everybody. My first question is for Joe. I believe that Matthew Stafford has thrown 9 picks, almost 10, in his last 7 games. Can the Bengals defense put enough pressure on Stafford to cause him to turn the ball over, or at least enough to disrupt Sean McVay's offensive game plan?
Short answer is yes. If they were able to take Mahomes out of his game in the second half of that KC championship game, then they certainly can take Stafford out of his game. It really depends which Bengals defense shows up. Uh, Whether it's the defense that played the second half against Kansas City, or whether it's the defense that played the first half against Kansas City, and arguably even against the Raiders. But it's going to be an interesting struggle.
All right, very good. All right, guys, so if you like this video so far, please hit the subscribe and the like button, and you could add any comments in the section below. So my next question is for Jet Mike. The Rams defense have given up 372 points this season, which was not only the worst in their own NFC Western Conference, but is also more than any other conference leader throughout the league, which begs the question, is the Rams defense good enough to stop Joe Burrow and his Bengals offense?
Yes, I believe the key to the Rams defense is going to be Aaron Donald. He played like a man possessed in the second half of the NFC title game almost 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to be disrupting Joe Burrow, and he'll be the one causing Joe Burrow to make mistakes. He's a man on a mission right now because he got to the Super Bowl 3 years ago, got a taste of it, came up on the wrong end of it, and he wants it really bad. And he'll be the one to inspire his teammates on defense to come up with big plays.
Very good. All right, Lee, let's discuss how Joe Burrow, after being sacked 51 times this season, and his Cinderella team, more specifically his offense, are going to go to the big dance on Sunday and will ultimately walk away as Prince Charming and with the coveted Lombardi Trophy.
Yeah, so I mean, starting with the stat that you just pointed out, the third most in the league during the regular season. Burrow has been sacked 12 times during the playoffs. And really what that tells me is that he's holding onto the ball way too long. And he doesn't have a grade offensive line. So if he continues to do that in the Super Bowl, as Mike pointed out, Donald and the Rams front is just going to eat him alive. So I have 4 letters for Joe Burrow. TLTE. What do they stand for? Think like Tom Brady, right? So last week, a couple of weeks ago, we talked about how is Brady going to beat this Ram defense, or at least stay competitive, right? We talked about taking what it gives them. We know that they're going to protect over the top, so you have to hit underneath, and we saw him have some success there. So how does Cincinnati implement this game plan? Again, the Rams' 2 starting safeties are out. You have to try to force safety matchups against players that are more athletic. They have to commit to running the ball more. They have to look at those underneath zones. And really, the big problem that I think they have to address is the red zone. Throughout the playoffs, they settled for field goal after field goal after field goal because of sacks and penalties. And that's because I think they're throwing too much in the red zone. So again, I think they if not run the ball, they have to use the real quick, get the ball out of his hands very quickly kind of plays in the red zone. Maybe some of the reverses. We've seen some success, in that in the playoffs.
Yep.
And get the ball to their playmakers quickly so that they can get, a better result in the red zone, which is, I think, is going to be crucial to staying in this game.
Right, right. Well, thank you, Lee. The way I see it, I think that the Chiefs blew a golden opportunity to advance to the Super Bowl, mostly by overthinking it. Perhaps they were concentrating more on killing the clock than they were on scoring a touchdown and taking a 4 point lead at the time. Perhaps they were afraid to rely on their defense to stop Joe Burrow and the Bengals. Mahomes, in his final drive of the game, took two critical and inexcusable sacks, both in the red zone. In the end, the Bengals defense held on by beating the high flying Chiefs and held them to only 24 points in a remarkable divisional championship game. But one question remains: can they upset the Rams in a similar fashion and shock the world? So, with the Rams currently favored at 4.5, my pick is to take the Rams by 3, based on what I believe was a tougher road to the Super Bowl with less good fortune than the Cinderella Bengals. Question for Jet Mike. I have not heard a Jet reference yet, so I'd like to know if you'd like to go on the record and tell me what you suspect is going to happen this Sunday.
I'm taking. I suspect that the Bengals will give the Rams a tough game, give them all they can handle, but the Rams will pull away in the last quarter and win the game.
So, Lee, would you like to go on the record and give us your prediction?
Yeah, I mean, just looking back and thinking of the Rams front, I just have to feel that as I look at Burrow's statistics, 4 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, sacked 12 times during the playoffs, that's not going to cut it in this game. I don't think his defense is going to be able to do enough to keep them close, and I think there will be turnovers, and I think that'll, like Mike said, kind of open up the game as it progresses on. So we'll see. I'm hoping for a good game, but I would take the Rams and give the points this week.
Okay. And Joe.
Yeah, I with Lee. I mean, if the Titans were able to get 9 sacks on the Bengals, the Rams front four should be able to get 12. I think the Rams win this game, Lee. I think it'll be a 24-7 type blowout.